You stand in the meat section on a busy Saturday morning. Two packages of ground beef sit side by side on the refrigerated shelf. One is labeled 90-10 lean meat and the other is 80-20. One choice costs you more in the long run. One choice gives you better lean meat for the money. You have probably noticed this moment before when you were shopping for your family. The packages are stacked at eye level to catch your attention. Your instinct was right when you saw the bold 90-10 lettering. The lean label looks like the better and healthier option. Stores place these packages prominently because the labels guide shoppers. Meanwhile, the 80-20 meat sits slightly lower on the shelf. It blends in with other standard meat mixes at the store. You feel the difference when you compare the fat content listed on the back. The 90-10 lists 4.5 grams of fat. The 80-20 shows 20 grams of fat per serving. Your observation is correct because the lean package looks better for heart health. Beyond this, retailers market the lean product using special heart icons. Some packages even highlight premium lean branding from the government. This allows stores to charge premium prices up to $14 per pound. This creates a clear price gap purely based on perceived health. You are at your local grocery store on a Thursday evening. Two ground beef options are sitting right in front of you. Item A is 90-10 lean meat at $12 per pound. Item B is 80-20 meat at $7 per pound. The difference in the price is very striking to most shoppers. Consistently choosing the lean option adds up over many months. You suspected this before while looking at your weekly grocery bills. Consider how weekly shopping trips multiply these extra costs for your household. At the same time, the 90-10 meat has a drier texture. It can be slightly tougher because it has less fat content. You felt the difference when you were cooking dinner before. Patties shrink much faster when the fat content is low. They also taste slightly drier than the meat with more fat. Your observation is correct that these percentages are measured by the processors. They often use chemical tests or visual checks to set the ratios. These numbers are set after the beef is processed by the store. They do not come from the farm when the cow is whole. The government focuses on marbling and yield when they grade the meat. Processors make the lean to fat ratios for the retail packages. It does not matter what the yield grade was originally. The ratios are made to match what consumers expect to see. High-fat trimmings are used to make the 80-20 ground beef. Leaner trimmings are used to make the 90-10 packages. This happens because the stores need to have consistency. What this means is the labels guide your choices at the store. They are not a grade from the government at slaughter. You recognize the pattern while standing in the meat aisle. Front packages are often sold first to most shoppers. Back packages sit longer, but they maintain their quality. Reaching deeper into the display often gives you fresher beef. This happens across major retailers from Costco to Walmart. Stores stock their shelves based on a system called first in, first out. Older stock stays in the front row to sell quickly. New deliveries are always pushed to the very back of the shelf. This explains why some packages seem fresher in the back. Buying from the back keeps your meat fresh for longer. This prevents you from wasting money on spoiled meat. Consider how this simple choice affects your monthly spending. You are at Walmart on a Wednesday afternoon. Two packages of 90-10 beef sit side by side. Item A is $7.26 in front. This package is grass-fed and prominently labeled. Item B is $4.89 behind it. This package is conventional meat and sits in the back. The difference in the price and freshness is very clear. This leads to monthly savings of $35 to $45. This is true for families who buy beef in bulk. The back row approach confirms what you already knew. Being slightly patient and digging deeper into the shelf pays off. Beyond this, the method of rotation explains the price variety. Freshness varies even within the same display at the store. Think about when you are at Safeway. Two 80-20 packs are sitting there. The front pack is priced at $8.99. The back pack is $4.99 on sale. The difference is $4 for every single pound. A family buying 4 pounds weekly saves $16 instantly. Stacking back row savings with sales can double the impact. Your awareness of the display placement is a great tool. The effect shows clearly for the leaner 90-10 cuts. These often cost $10 per pound in the front row. Custom or back options might be $7 or $8. The impact shows how rotation drives your price exposure. By consistently reaching past the front, you reduce extra purchases. During this, consider the actual cooking results for your meals. Fat content affects your taste and your budget too. Leaner 90-10 meat loses about 35% of moisture. 80-20 meat retains closer to 20% moisture. This happens because the fat bastes the meat during cooking. You felt the difference when you made burgers before. One patty dries out and shrinks in the pan. The other stays plump and juicy for the family. Each time you replace dry meat, the cost adds up. The leaner meat shrinks more and forces you to buy extra. This creates a hidden cost that most shoppers do not see. 80-20 fat acts as a buffer for the flavor. It gives you more usable meat for every pound. The difference appears in your wallet every single month. A 4-pound batch of 90-10 yields 2.6 pounds. The same batch of 80-20 yields 2.8 pounds. The monthly effect is $25 extra for the lean meat. This is spent just to replace the shrunken patties. Leaner meat can truly cost you more in the long run. Analysis reveals that reaching for 80-20 saves you money. It also keeps your meals more satisfying for your family. Over the month, that shrinks your spending by $20. This is just from making that one single adjustment. When combined with careful selection, the savings reach $85. You recognize the pattern between fat content and your budget. These are observations about shopping patterns, not safety recommendations. When in doubt about any food, discard it and follow USDA guidelines. Meanwhile, consider how your meal rotation affects your grocery costs. Families often rotate tacos and spaghetti and burgers. Tacos are a favorite and occur roughly once a week. Spaghetti and meatballs happen about once every single week. Burgers appear around every other week for many households. Your instinct was right that meal planning revolves around repetition. Tacos are staples because they satisfy kids and adults alike. The way you juggle these meals adds up in costs. Buying ground beef multiple times a week is very routine. The timing of each purchase influences your monthly spending. Beyond this, meal rotations create invisible flows in the fridge. This often leads to older portions being discarded or replaced. Consider how selecting the right meal trims your dollars quietly. Awareness of which dish goes in what week helps. It helps optimize your spending without compromising on variety. Item A might be labeled for spaghetti sauce at a low price. Item B is labeled for tacos and costs slightly more. Over the month, this selection difference adds up quickly. Choosing the cheaper pack for spaghetti helps the budget. Selecting a larger pack and freezing half keeps it usable. This reduces your waste over the long term. Timing your purchases around meal plans impacts your beef usage. Storage strategies like freezing work well for your tacos. Rotating dishes with careful purchase timing builds small savings. After that, consider your home cooking on a Saturday night. You prepare burgers using 2 packages you bought. Item A was chosen from the front of the display. Item B was chosen from the back of the shelf. Choosing the backpack adds $1 in savings. This happens because front row products sit longer in the fridge. They have a shorter usable time before they go bad. Over time, this adds up to $6 monthly. Choosing back row products stretches your budget much further. This does not change the taste or your cooking routine. Savvy shoppers naturally reduce their waste this way. This choice alone can trim $30 monthly. The impact shows that sequence and rotation both matter. What this means is that planning creates cumulative savings. Families who observe weekly rotations notice much less waste. Calculating the monthly cost shows these differences compound. Attention to the display translates into tangible savings. Choosing back row packs for tacos saves $10. Choosing back row packs for spaghetti saves $8. Rotating your burger packs strategically saves $5. Freezing your leftovers adds another $7 in savings. Total savings reach $30 every single month. You recognize the pattern of careful rotation and awareness. This gives you a clear choice for your family. You can control the flow of meals and minimize waste. In practice, 80-20 beef supports recipes with ease. It is great for tacos and burgers and meatballs. Lean 90-10 requires careful handling or extra oils. This happens because fat acts as a flavor carrier. It also acts as a binder for your recipes. Frequent choice of lean meat creates an unseen cost. You must add extra ingredients to maintain the flavor. This increases your overall spending by $12 monthly. Small substitutions add up over the many weeks. This leads to $35 extra in grocery costs. You recognize the pattern during your weekly meal prep. 2 pounds of meat can have very different results. Beyond this, sauces and broths add to monthly totals. This leads to $20 extra every single month. Drained 80-20 meat still tastes much richer. lean 90-10 meat often needs extra supplementation. Repeated cooking reinforces the habit of extra ingredients. This explains how small choices accumulate for families. Choosing 90-10 and adding oils costs $8. Added broths or sauces cost another $12 monthly. Extra ingredients for binding cost $15 monthly. The total extra cost is $35 monthly. You'll recognize the pattern of fat and cost differences. Evidence confirms that fat content impacts your grocery costs. Finally, the math shows where the dollars come from. Choosing back row 80-20 meat saves money. At Costco, you save $44 every month. At Walmart, you save $24 every month. At Safeway, you save $22 every month. Your local butcher saves you $12 every month. The total savings reach $102 monthly. This confirms what you felt about your household budget. Reaching deeper into the shelf directly benefits your family. Over time, the savings and reduced spoilage are tangible. They are visible on your receipts and in your fridge. Your meals stay fresh for much longer this way. The pattern exists clearly in the meat aisle. 90-10 lean labeling commands much higher prices. Premiums reach $14 or more for some brands. By seeing this, you can make smarter choices today. You understand exactly where your family money goes. Selecting back row 90-10 adds meaningful savings. It also adds predictability to your household spending. This choice directly impacts your meal planning and results. You can recognize this the next time you shop. The lean-to-fat ratio is just a label. It is not a government grade from the slaughterhouse. This knowledge gives you clear control over your spending. You suspected this about lean versus standard ground beef.